And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my trailer reaction and review for the brand new DC film Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix. I am super excited for this. This is my number one most anticipated movie besides Star Wars to see this year. I cannot wait. A brand new telling of the Joker story. Maybe this could be the official origin, because technically we don't have an actual origin, not even in the comic books. The closest one we have is to being the official one is him being a comedian, losing his wife and child, going nuts, having a bad day literally, and becoming the Joker. So this is like an else type world story. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna see Batman in this trailer. We'll probably get mentions of the Wayne family maybe, but this is gonna focus heavily, like 99% of the movie is gonna be just focusing on him, how he becomes the Joker, how he goes from this guy to just being a psychotic psychopath. So let's see what Joaquin Phoenix can bring to the table, and I am so excited. So let's watch it and see what we get.
Arthur, does it help to have someone to talk to?
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face.
Oh wow, this already feels different.
She told me I had a purpose to bring laughter and joy to the world.
Oh!
Is it just me?
Huh?
Or is it getting crazier out there?
This is not what I expect at all.
Though your heart is aching, smile, even though it's breaking.
Arkham Asylum, or Arkham State Hospital, that's cool. That's different.
You'll get by if you smile. Fear sorrow, smile.
Nice laugh.
And maybe tomorrow.
Wow.
What's so funny?
Oh!
Freak.
Wow.
Gotham's lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that
Happy.
my life was a tragedy.
Hey.
But now I realize it's a comedy.
Wow. Look at him.
You just.
Wow. Okay, first of all, very different from what I expected to be. This has a feeling of Taxi Driver. If you've never seen Taxi Driver, that's a Martin Scorsese film, Robert De Niro, which, by the way, Robert De Niro is in this movie, and we didn't even see him in the trailer, so that's going to be interesting seeing him. I think he plays like a mobster. I would not be surprised, but wow. This looks so different from what we normally see with the Joker. I mean, look, the Joker himself, he's a very complicated character, no doubt. He's very, some artists, because, every comic book artist is very different. They write him as he's damaged, as he is, broken in some places, that he has a very tragic backstory. It looks like here he had a rough life. I mean, not from his like an abusive life. I'm talking about living in Gotham, probably living, in like being kind of like middle class and people thinking that he's a freak or he's crazy just because of the way he looks or maybe the way he walks at the time. And it must have just snapped. He must have just snapped and he decides, you know what? My mom always says, put a smile on your face and just move on, right? Maybe that's what he's going to do here. He's going to eventually become the Joker that we all know and love and also hate. Yeah, he's going to do it and make Gotham his playground and like literally change it the way he wants it. Remember, Joker always sees Gotham as that one place that he can go to make things happy. When he's still doing his chaotic stuff, killing, making people laugh as he usually does, he's doing it to fix a problem that he has inside his head. And then of course, usually Batman is always stopping him, but looks like in this trailer there is no Batman, so we don't need Batman. And honestly, I don't want to see Batman in this movie. I really don't want to see Batman in this movie. If they could do a sequel to this and they want to bring in Batman, sure. The next movie, yeah, it's the same thing. If this was a Batman movie, I don't want to see Batman and Joker right away. You know what I mean? You got to build to that story. You know what I mean? So, but Joaquin looks great. He feels like the Joker. He's just a great actor. You know, he could play anything. Joaquin Phoenix can literally play anything, and you give him a script, and if it's good, he will knock it out of the park. This feels like it's DC's version of what Logan was. If you saw Logan from X-Men, that movie was so completely outside of the X-Men universe that we all know and love that, you know, sometimes I actually wish the MCU did something like that. Go outside of the box. You know, Sony's starting to do that now with, you know, Venom, and then they got Morbius coming out, doing something very different. You know, Deadpool was a kind of like the same situation. Very different, very mysterious, very kooky comedy, very R-rated. But it looks like DC's finally doing their own version of what they can do, and who better to do it with the Joker himself? And that's awesome. That's just awesome. Because remember, Joker has so many different layers, and you can make his origin whatever you want. Because he doesn't have a definitive origin that we all know. We don't know. Sometimes he's the comedian that, you know, lost his family and he ended up being the Joker. Sometimes he's Jack Napier, the gangster, fell in chemical acid and became the Joker. Sometimes he cuts his face and he just paints it and he becomes the Joker. Heath Ledger, obviously. This one looks like he's just trying to live his best day by keeping a smile on his face, and it looks like he's gonna snap him, make himself snap and whatever, and it looks incredible. For all we know, this movie could suck. We don't know. This movie can come out, we can all go watch it, and it could be the worst movie ever. We just don't know. But from what I'm seeing from this trailer, and if you're watching this trailer and you see what this looks like, this could be something very special here. You know, this can be a new step forward of what comic book movies could be. You know, you don't have to have, you know, a comic book character fight his supervillain or his superhero counterpart. You don't need that. For all we know, you never know. Maybe one day they decide, hey, let's try a Lex Luthor movie. You know, Lex Luthor is a very good character they can do next. You never know. Do an outside world type of thing. If they want to keep doing Elseworld movies, and it's kind of like this, and this is the first step, sign me up. Please give me more. Because this looks incredible. And like I said, if you've never seen Taxi Driver, literally go watch that movie. The reason I say Taxi Driver because Martin Scorsese was supposed to be the producer of this movie. I'm not sure if he is or isn't, but it does have a real vibe from that. And it also feels very, you know, Dark Knight-ish without Batman itself. And like I said, I don't want Batman in this movie. If you want to put him in the sequel, fine, but you know what I mean? You know, you gotta, this character himself, you gotta build to it. It's very ballsy also for them to try to do a Joker movie by himself, just as much as Sony tried to do a Venom movie without Spider-Man. It worked. I mean, some people didn't like it. I enjoyed it a lot. So if this works, this can open the doors for a lot of different standalone Elseworld type of movies. For all we know, we can get the Russian Superman movie, that a lot of the Red Sun Superman movie. You never know. You just never know. Doors can literally open if certain projects work. If this hits the ball out of the park like I think it's gonna do, possibilities are endless with DC what they can do. moving forward. Sure, they got the DC standalone universe now, whatever they want to call it. You know, Aquaman, Shazam, and all those movies. They got that. That's awesome. They can have those. But if they can hit this out of the park and do more like this, whew, DC's going to be in a different universe compared to what Marvel's doing. You know, they're going to have a whole, you know, new playground to play in with different characters. Sony's doing their own thing, so hopefully they can continue their streak right now with their standalone stuff without Spider-Man. So they can continue doing that. DC does it too. Hey, it's a win-win. It's a comic book movie we all can enjoy. It has comic book elements to this, and it has, you know, gritty, dramatic stuff in it. And it's funny too. Like I said, we haven't even seen what Robert De Niro's character is in this movie. Maybe he was in the trailer, I just missed it. But if he's not in the trailer and he's in the next one, ooh, can you imagine? He could be a big mobster for all we know, and he goes toe-to-toe with the Joker. That'd be kind of bonkers. I mean, Robert De Niro, you put him in anything, he's gold. So, yeah, this looks awesome. I can't wait. I'm a huge fan of the Joker. He's my favorite DC villain of all time. He's my second villain of all time, period, in fiction, behind Darth Vader. And, yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait to see this movie. I want to see it, and it looks great. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this trailer, because honestly, let's talk about this. This, like I said before, this thing can literally open doors for DC, Sony, and even other, you know, maybe Marvel eventually. Spread out, do other things besides these shared universe movies, you know what I mean? I mean, eventually that stuff is going to wear out eventually. So, hey, if it works, awesome. If it doesn't, at least they tried, right? At least they tried. But, man, I can't wait. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much, and have a good day.